We back, man. Again, the voice is a little bit off, but we're gonna try to get through it the best way we can. But to this next topic, though, the next reaction, this lawyer supposedly, allegedly killed his wife and son at one of their hunting estate or something like that. So we gonna watch the video of the police body camera the night that his wife and son was actually killed. Rest in peace to them.
Central 717 scene is secure. Got a Whiskey Fox, Whiskey Mike, both gunshot wounds to the head.
Sir, I want to let you know because of the scene, I did go get a gun and bring it down here.
It's in your vehicle? Do you have any guns on you at all?
No, sir. It's leaning up against the side of my car.
You're fine, man. You're fine. Turn around for me.
I don't have any.
Okay. Yes, sir. I see that. Okay. This is your wife and son?
And son.
Okay.
It's bad. It's bad. Check the pulses.
Yes, sir.
That's crying out fake.
Inside the house?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I went get. This is a long story. My son was in a boat wreck a few months back. He's been getting threats. Most of it's been benign stuff we didn't take serious.
Okay.
He's been getting like punched. I know that's what it is.
Okay. When did you get home? Right when you called, or did you go to the house first? Where is the house?
I came to the house first. My mom has late stages Alzheimer's, and my dad is in the hospital.
Okay.
I left. I don't know what time. I can go back on my phone and tell you the exact times. Did you check?
Did I check what?
Did you check them?
We got medical guys that are that's what they're gonna do. Okay.
What are they doing? Can they hurry?
They are. Yes, sir. That gentleman that was out here already, he's one of the battalion chiefs. Okay. How did you pull up? You from back there?
I went to the house and they weren't home, which was odd. I tried to call.
Okay.
And then I knew they had been down here before I left to go to my mom's.
Okay.
And so that is loaded.
Okay.
You might want to unload it.
Is this the only firearm with you? This is the only one, or is there any more in the truck?
I believe that's it.
You think that's the only one? Okay.
I'm 99%.
Do you normally have any other firearms in your vehicle?
I don't, but
Okay.
occasionally there's a pistol in there.
Okay. Just wait right here for me for a second, okay?
Copy.
Kill your front lines are being seen.
It's a little tight in the kitchen.
I could live with it.
You shouldn't live with it. You should love it. When you search with Redfin, we'll recommend homes you might have missed on your own. This is just.
Enjoy it, sir. And while I've already spoken with Captain Deal, he's got crime scene. He's contacted them. He's also going to give us the assistance of a couple of field agents. Roll that.
I'm checking
Take
right
them
now.
out.
They are dead, aren't they?
Just turn all those up.
Yes, sir. That's what it looks like.
Where are you now? All right. Yeah, the police are here now. The police are here now. That's my brother.
Okay. When was the last time you were here with them? Or talked to them or anything like that?
It was earlier tonight. I don't know the exact time, but
Okay.
I left. I was probably gone an hour and a half from my mom's, and I saw them about 45 minutes before the.
You shouldn't be able to talk right now. Your wife and kid have been shot in the head and killed. Man, I would be so like, I'd be so messed up from that. I wouldn't be able to talk about where I was at. We could do that. Excuse me. We could do that later. I know you gotta cross me out as a suspect, but right now, you better leave me alone.
That.
Okay.
I rode around with Paul for 2 hours this afternoon in the pickup truck.
That's your son, Paul? Okay.
Somebody going to check him?
Yes, sir. They've already checked him.
They did check him?
Yes, sir.
It's official that they're dead?
Yes, sir. That's what it looks like.
I'm sorry.
No. You're fine.
I'm very sorry.
I think you said something that got blanked out.
She called her parents.
What's her name?
Her name is Maggie Murdaugh. Margaret Brandstetter Murdaugh. How you doing?
What's her birthday?
9/15/68.
Okay. And what's your son's first name? You said Paul?
Paul Terry Murdaugh.
And what's his birthday?
Jason,
four.
anyone comes through town that can stop and pick up that Kent, I see lights off in the distance.
What are they covering him up?
I got some getting dressed now, Sheriff. I'll have somebody stop and grab it.
Tell them they don't have to do that. They don't need to. Preserve what we can.
653. Where's it at? I'm in town.
Actually, trying to be Bill Day, because he's going to be the only one that's got access.
What's Paul's birthday?
Got me.
April 14th, 1999, sir.
Put it up as wide as you can. That's fine. You said 99?
Sir?
He was born in 99?
He's born April 14th, 1999.
Okay. What's your first name, sir?
My name is Alex Richard Alexander Murdaugh.
Richard Alexander Murdaugh?
You familiar with the location?
No. Hey, Cody, come around the truck and then go to the building. Come around the truck and then. Yes.
I don't know if it's
What's that?
ours or not, but there's a set of footprints behind the trailer there too.
Okay.
That's all the kind of stuff I step on this whole group, so we step over and let it.
About 30, 3, 8 to the last one in and grabbing the 10.
Just go over to that corner of the building.
I'm almost see. Let me see what we have first, and whether or not we're going to handle that part or not.
I see quite a few tire tracks in here. Are any of these you going in and out?
No, I came in here and I left one time and I came back.
Okay.
The rest of them, maybe
Okay.
from earlier, but
Okay.
only 2 are mine.
Did you go out this way at all?
No.
Really, it's right.
Hey, stay here. Got a whole bunch of stuff right there. I don't want to stay.
Really, that's why I'm trying to get the door is so we can kind of get around that way.
Your best way is probably going to be back through those rocks because we can't get any tracks off of the rocks anymore.
We'll go back around the road we just came.
Okay. Thank you.
It's safe.
Yep, you get a van,
Yes.
okay, I'll get that moved, then, that's
Okay.
fine.
What unit's 23 on those at? I was 7 unit on scene. Are you behind the house?
There's several of us out here. There's a long dirt driveway right next to the mailbox that's 4147, and you'll see all our lights down here in this shed thing.
You ain't come through Brick Hall.
Negative.
Nothing. I'm on duty. You're out to Murdaugh.
I want to know why did he, well, I mean, he's still on the trial, but what was the motive? Like,
LA, 653.
was you didn't want to divorce her and her get half of your money or something?
Telephone City.
That's the only thing I can, the son.
Yeah. I think his brother. He said he was calling somebody. So.
He said what?
He said he was calling somebody.
If he was rolling over in.
Yeah, I'm sure he was. There's a couple of shell casings right there.
Yeah, those will be easy to find. I was just marking a couple of different where it was going to grab it. Might be harder to see at some point. Y'all familiar with this family? Yes.
I wasn't until he told me the names. Last
Say your
name,
name later.
Murdaugh.
I don't.
Anything else you
I
need?
don't think it's going to be anything from anybody.
What was that?
Did I tell you?
You said for Evo to do?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, yeah. Hey, watch your step. Huh?
That's all we have to
There are?
Yeah.
Okay.
X-ray one's gonna be Rosedale Road.
The gentleman in the white shirt is the husband of her, father of him. That is Paul Murdaugh. This is his mother. Paul Murdaugh was that guy in the boating accident from a while back, if you remember.
Yeah.
Most likely. He did have a firearm whenever I pulled up. It's a shotgun. It's been secured in my vehicle.
It's 300 black now. 300. I don't understand what the.
Come on. When you get a chance, can you give this best phone call?
You will have to give me just a few minutes, but yes, I will.
I couldn't have been further away from this place.
Yeah.
653.
Who can start a log? Who's the most expendable that can start a log? Let's put it that way.
This is. Can you start a crime scene log, please?
A log started. Sled's on the way. Let's push.
Here's the
Can we run the tape
2007 ready to be
There to
retrieved. Yeah.
Yes.
from that
Can you
last
take
pole
to
right
start
there
a log?
to that last
Get a
pole?
piece of paper, start writing names and times. You don't have any kind of paper? Here, borrow that.
We can push it from that pole to that pole.
Yep. Sure. see some. That look old or fresh? Old, yes. I'll just hold the light for you. Go away to that post. One. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. Yeah, I think we got it.
This is about 3 all the responding units to Murdaugh Road stopped at the road. No one else come down the dirt road. Stop at the road.
That's Sheriff 27. Call, we doing 66 on 95. Coming.
What's the other way in here?
Come back that way, I guess. Where the house is, I guess.
Okay, that must be the way.
You referring to the Whiskey Mike? Well, left you off with a key. Affirmative. Do we have anything else? Negative. Gravity.
Correct.
I have a notepad, it's just I'm
Yes.
using the back side of all the paper, so all the front side of the paper has names and information on it.
Well, you can borrow mine for a minute. It's perfectly fine, Cody.
I just didn't want you to be like, we don't love to do that paper for calls.
Do you not have any crime scene log sheet? Hey, it's 717. I was asked to give you guys a call.
I haven't really.
Hi. Okay. Okay. I will inquire and I'll get back to you. Okay. All right, I'll find out and give you a call back. Yep, I'll find out from him and give you a call back. All right, bye.
That's all, I'm gonna grab a couple.
Well, I got some right here, Jay. I'm gonna grab a couple.
Hey, you want us to close that in?
Was that?
You want us to close it in?
Yeah.
There's a guy, what the other guy is, whoever Eric is, and Mr. Caller. There's a guy over here that's wanting to talk to him.
Don't even know who Eric is. I know an Alex over there.
Alex.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a guy over here that wants to talk to him.
Yeah, but I don't know if you want me to tell him that, or if you want me to just chill for a minute, or if you want me to escort him over.
He does not need to walk over
No,
there.
I mean along with.
He does not need to go over there.
So you can stay there.
He can.
I need to know what happened.
Gotcha.
I don't have the caller and the caller's brother's name in here, because I don't know their names yet, but I can get it. But I didn't.
I already wrote it in there.
Alright. I don't know where you were at. I just found the first empty page I can find.
Female victim, male caller.
And then the other guy, though, I mean, he hasn't came and tried to take
Yeah,
it.
don't have to worry about him. Just make sure you get the here.
Now, so you all looked at it?
You got it.
You got stuff?
Yes. I came on scene at 22:26.
22, 26?
Yes.
Yep.
And whoever U21 is with fire rescue, just write U21, fire rescue U21.
Yep.
And then
That was the same time as you?
he came on scene, yeah, same time as me, it's fine. Medic 18 at 22:27.
Yep.
758 on scene 22:30. Same time as you. 653 on scene at 22:39.
22, 39?
Yep. And that's all I have as far as times on this goes.
Like the video. Hey, I think the police already know something ain't right. Police already know he got something to do with it.
37 Central. Copy. When you clear, I have a call on Majestic Oak. There's a suspicious vehicle. Copy. Where's that located? It's 223 Majestic Oak Way, Titusville. 10-4. There's a Carsville unit that can assist. That'd be great.
Pretty sure Majestic Oaks is their jurisdiction anyway.
I believe that's not jurisdiction anyway. I'll take care of that.
Copy. I'm trying to get the information. Is that green trailblazer? Correction. Because I know what type of vehicle. She has a green trailblazer in her yard that belongs to her. She says she can only see the tail lights of the vehicle. She is also currently a user for non-profit. It happened about 5 minutes ago.
police talking amongst each other. For some reason, they leaving that audio out.
Well, the dad's over there. Actually, hold on. Some people just won't do it.
Fire rescue might have some more sheets we can steal.
That's why it shouldn't be like
There is involved out there. This is the shortest 300 blackouts ever been made.
I don't think you put that phone back. I haven't asked the dad about the phone, but dad did say he came over and checked their pulses. Beyond that, I don't know what else he may have done. He had a shotgun. He did have a shotgun with him. I have secured that in my vehicle.
Yeah, but it's an upward shot. There's one over
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but that's
Bro, we supposed to hear this man in the background hollering and crying, boo-hooing. You know? He supposed to be in the background. No! We don't hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? So there's something ain't right, man.
Yep. So I got multiple gunshots out of that window too.
Officers walking up. He asking the officers, "How you doing?" The officers walking up to him. He asking the officers, "How you doing?" Like, what the fuck? How you doing? That's your wife and son laid out over there. The man's super suspect. That's why he on trial right now.
Yes.
Do you need in and out time or just time to rush? Like if they exit multiple times and come back in?
You don't need to keep doing all that.
Okay. I wanted to make sure it's fine.
Yeah.
Man, you're a successful lawyer. Your family is known. Your family is known for being successful lawyers. What makes you kill your wife and your son? I need whoever watching the video to put what you think it was in the comments right now and like this video.
Just so you know, I've got at least 5 holes in the window in the back of that shed where rounds were exiting out the back that way.
Which is going to be because of the water. be used to shut down all the others.
It is currently in my vehicle.
Yep.
Yeah.
His wife is there.
Thank you.
Y'all just make sure on that side, that's it, nobody else.
Yeah, I'm even slightly more confused now if that is a suicide.
How many pellets are normally in a buckshot?
10, 12.
The reason I ask is just because the holes that are in that window very large.
Yeah, there's some glass.
Some of them larger, some of them smaller.
Negative contact.
You need it in wood or something.
There's a whole bunch of trees back there, so they might be able to find something in a tree. I don't know.
What are they thinking now?
I have no clue, but
He had a
here's what I'm
shotgun.
gonna do.
He had a shotgun. But, don't know.
But basically, not his actual
Social contact power and negative contact with any
As long
target.
as still, and
Go ahead and turn me up.
the shot had enough to the shotgun was laying on the floor.
Appreciate it.
That would point to suicide. That doesn't explain her or all of them.
So you got here, took shotgun?
That's what I'm saying.
Possible.
Yeah, that's the outlier,
Yeah, that and the
300 blade.
dozen shell casings from 300 blackout.
Is there a casing in this, or is it just chilling there? Okay, that's just chilling there. That's just trash. I'll stop. It's okay, I got it. Okay, appreciate you, Chad.
Those over there are not trash.
Correct.
I think this is where maybe we decided to tie that back together for his initial area.
Gotcha.
Central 76 on the moment.
Yeah.
Welcome back to night shift.
So we're gonna skip to like
I wish I didn't know.
a little interview they did with him.
5:30 job,
I guess kind of interrogating him about everything.
Can I take this call really
Yes, sir,
quick?
go
This
right
is
ahead.
my sister-in-law,
Yes, go ahead.
and she's trying to. Hey, Mary. Okay, Lynn, I'm meeting with Mary, when I meet with law enforcement, so I'll call you in just a minute.
I don't have a card. That's fine.
Did Chelsea call you? Okay. Can you let Chelsea know and then make her run Lynn down? Okay, well, tell her to go get Christy to find Lynn. Get any one of the secretaries to find her. All right, thank you. Sorry to put that on you. Bye. Sorry about that.
That's all right. One thing I want to do before we start is I'd like to get a cell phone exam so we can just corroborate everything. Let me get a consent, and I got a guy here that's going to do it.
Are you gonna download it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
So I'll get to keep my phone?
Yes, sir.
Good.
How much attorney-client privilege stuff is on there?
A lot.
Okay. We do have a taint attorney that's going to examine it before we ever do.
What is a tank attorney?
A taint attorney, they look at somebody who's not affiliated with the case that makes sure that there's, Jim, do you know Can you explain it better?
Sure, and I mean, it's a privileged attorney that doesn't, if there is attorney-client privilege information, it's redacted or extracted by the retained attorney.
How do they know who's the client?
I know.
It doesn't matter,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know what?
But
If y'all get some attorney-client stuff,
that is, you know, would go through me. And
so signature.
Just write your name here.
So Alec, I've had situations where
It's not a big deal.
give me a list of all his clients or something, and you know,
Talk about the rest.
I think the big thing, Joe, is, I mean, when you download that phone, I don't know if emails come with it or not, because that's probably where all this attorney-client privilege stuff.
And we can actually isolate the emails.
Yeah, that's probably the thing. So you don't text
My
clients, or you?
No, I do. I text a lot of clients.
Okay.
I'm not a big emailer.
Is that an 11 or 12, or do you know?
I do not know.
I can tell you how the case started, Joe, with it. You look at the back, you should have a number.
And what was your date of birth again, Mr. Murray?
2768.
And the last word of your social.
Don't get on doesn't say anything on it.
Most of the new ones don't.
Probably have to open it up.
Oh, well, this guy.
Jim, you want to witness that for me, please?
And if you got a passcode or
My passcode is,
so write it on there.
start at the bottom 9, go up 9669.
9669.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me run this film. I'll be right back.
Where are you from, sir?
I'm actually from Barnwell.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, sir.
I got some cousins in Barnwell.
Got people in Barnwell too, Mixon.
Mixing oil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my.
You kin to Dickie Mixon?
I don't know. You know that Mixon oil, my Uncle Ray Mixon, and his son Teddy and Bobby and a bunch of them. Then
You know,
Freddie Mixon. He was
Oh, I knew Freddie Mixon very well.
yeah, and his wife Ella and Jill.
Mr. Freddie goes to Elko Church.
Yeah. Not anymore. He did.
I mean,
Well, he did.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was at his funeral. He had a Tiger Paw casket at the funeral, and he's a big Clemson guy.
you know Big John Benningfield, don't you?
I said I know him very well.
That's my cousin.
Okay.
In Sweet Caroline.
John's son and my son are the same age. They were in school together.
So you grew up in Barnwell?
Yes, sir.
He said, yeah, I know him very well. He goes to this church. Well, not anymore. He's dead. Oh, yeah, well, not where he had to go now. He probably didn't even know what he was talking about the whole time. Full of shit-ass officer.
Right, sir. So he's got it. He's taking care of that.
But I get it back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, sir. So when we spoke the other night, I got kind of a basic overview.
Yes, sir.
And it was pretty traumatic.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I know
so,
you need to ask me. You ask me what you need to.
So I want you to, let's start Monday morning and take me through your day.
Monday morning, you know, did I do Monday morning? My wife and my older son had gone to the baseball games that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really can't remember what I did Monday. I know I went to work, but you know, I think I was dragging a little bit from the weekend, but I went to work. I usually mess around on my farm, and then I go to work. I was at work. You know.
Are you at the office in Hampton, or?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I was at my office in Hampton. I was just at my office doing
legal work?
Yes, sir. I'm sure I can go back and probably recreate some specifics if you need me to, but I can't sit here and recall on the top of my head exactly what I was working on. I know one thing I was working on was we had some big motions coming up in a Dominion Energy case. I was getting ready for those, and I was getting ready for some motions. I'm a defendant in a civil case involving my son. I told you about the boat wreck.
Yes, sir.
And there were some motions coming up in that on Thursday, and I was mostly just getting ready for those things, and then other junk.
What time did you leave the house to go to the office?
I'm not sure.
Who all was at the house when you left?
To go to my office that morning?
Or when you got up, who was at the house?
I'm sure my wife was. And I can't remember if Blanca had made it out there yet or not.
And who was Blanca?
Blanca is our housekeeper.
Okay.
And she comes different. She doesn't have set hours, but she comes most days. She'll be able to tell you if I was there when she left or not.
Okay.
I can't remember.
And so you went to the office, you did, some motions. What time did you leave the office?
I left a little bit earlier than normal because my son Paul was coming home.
Okay.
Because he had not been with us during the weekend, and he was coming home. We were going to replant some sunflowers the next day.
Okay.
And so he was calibrating, doing and getting everything ready. So he got home a little early. I left a little early, so he and I could knock around, and we knocked around for, just doing things we like to do out there.
Okay.
We're riding around looking at food plots, looking for hogs, a little bit of target shooting, just bullshit.
Yeah. You said Paul wasn't with you over the weekend. Where does he live with you at the house on Moselle?
Well, that's his home, but
Yeah.
he has an apartment in Columbia.
Okay.
And he goes to Charleston a lot of weekends with his buddies.
Okay.
And he had been in Charleston for the weekend.
Okay.
And then Paul works for my brother John, that's out here. You met John.
Yes, sir.
So Paul works for him. So Paul decided to he went to spend the night with my brother, his Uncle John. They were very, very close.
Okay.
Sunday night.
Okay.
And then he worked for John Marvin, and he came home Monday afternoon.
Okay. About roughly what time in the afternoon?
I would think it'd be somewhere in the 5 o'clock range, a little bit. It was broad daylight when we were, it wasn't dusk, dark, or late.
Okay.
And we rode, we just rode around. We rode around our dove field looking at how the corn was doing. He and I had planted corn in the dove field, and he planted the corn in the duck pond, and he was, showing me how much better his corn was doing than mine was. And we rode around the duck pond. We just, we rode the property.
Yes, sir.
We rode the property. We rode around so much. We just rode. Probably. It was a good little while. It was more than 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And, was it 2 hours? I don't know. I'd say it was more than an hour, probably.
Really wasn't keeping track of time?
And it wasn't, it wasn't getting dark. Mom wasn't home yet. She had gone to a doctor's appointment.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, target practice, what about shooting?
Just a little bottle. You give me what gun?
Yeah.
A 22 Magnum.
Rat shot?
No, it wasn't rat shot. I think he shot 2 times and I shot 1 time.
Okay. So after y'all got finished riding around, you try to take me through the rest of the evening.
All right. You know, at some point we were all back at the house together. Maggie had gotten home, and you know, we sat down, we ate supper, in which we usually eat supper together. The one thing I remember, I don't know how much detail y'all want, so if I start talking about something that you don't need, just tell me and I'll move to something else.
The more detail, the better.
So Paul has been having high blood pressure, and his mama was worried sick about it. So we were actually, you know, this was...
For him to be a lawyer and be talking like this
was a direct thing, getting him, he doesn't like to go to doctors, making him go get his blood pressure checked. His feet had swollen up recently.
Wow.
So, you know, it was a big, huge deal.
Okay.
You know, we hung around the house for a little while. I know that Maggie went to the kennels. I don't know exactly where Paul went, but he left the house too.
Okay. How did Maggie get down to the kennels?
I don't know exactly, but on normal occasions she would drive a buggy, drive a four-wheeler, or very common for her to walk.
Okay. How about Paul?
Paul wasn't much of a walker, but he would use all of the others.
Okay.
But I mean, it could be anyway, you know? I don't know exactly. I wish I could help you with that.
So they left and went down to the kennels.
Well, Maggie went to go to the kennels.
Okay. Paul left.
And I'm assuming, you know, Paul left.
Okay.
Because of, you know,
Gotcha.
what happened. I mean, I'm assuming Paul went to the kennels.
Okay. And what did you do once Maggie and Paul left?
I stayed in the house.
Okay. And
I was watching TV, looking at my phone, and I actually fell asleep on the couch.
Okay. And what time did you?
You know, I don't know exactly what time I woke up, but when y'all get my phone, you know, I think one of the first things I did when I got up was call Maggie, because I was going to my mom's. And I know I texted her because I checked my phone. And what time did we say the text was, Jim? It's like 9:06.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I got it written down from the other
I
night.
showed you the other night,
yes,
didn't I?
Yes, sir. I got it.
So, you know, I texted her, so I called her just before that.
You remember the exact time.
And, I mean, she didn't answer at that point. And I left to go to my mom's.
Okay.
Y'all will just have to look. I'm not sure if I called Paul.
Well, and that's why we're getting the phone, so we can nail down the times and everything.
So I left, I drove. Well, you know, I'm gonna tell y'all this, even though I think it's kind of crazy. You know, I was certain that I heard them pull up. I mean, I was positive that I heard, and people don't just come out there. You know, we don't get like passed through. I was certain that I heard them pull up, but they didn't.
Okay. Well, if you heard something pull up, what did it sound like?
You know, I can't tell you what it sounded like. I just know that I thought that my wife had pulled up, or that Paul had pulled up.
Would it have been the buggy that she normally drives, or would it be a car?
No. I had the impression that a car pulled up.
Okay.
You know, and
had you woken up by that time, but hadn't left for your mom's?
Yep.
Okay.
But it wasn't much time in between there because I left pretty damn close. It wasn't much time between me waking up and me leaving the house.
Okay.
And when I went outside, you know, there's a wild cat that lives around that house. Okay. I'm pretty sure it was the cat that ran from my car, but, you know, I never had the impression it was a person, but there was something.
Okay.
You know, but I really don't think, you know, I'm I'm just throwing that
Yeah,
out
no,
there
I got
because it was in my mind.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
All right.
That's totally fine.
I left. I drove to my mom's. I checked on
And
my
she
mom.
lives right out here, correct?
She lives in Alameda. Checked on my mom. Talked with Shelly for a few minutes. You know.
Shelly is
The caregiver.
okay.
And you know, I know that I called some people on the way there. I know I returned a call from my brother John. I know that I called Chris Wilson. I know that I talked to Buster. So I made a few phone calls.
Okay.
And
Where was Buster?
Buster was in Rock Hill.
Okay. Is that where he lives, or?
No, he lives in Columbia, but he just started a new job. He's going back to law school in January.
Okay.
So he's working a little part-time job with Wild Wings.
Okay.
Through January.
Gotcha.
You know, just kind of killing time. And he was in, his girlfriend lives in Rock Hill. She's studying for the bar exam. So
we're gonna finish this tomorrow, man. It's gonna be a long one. Like, subscribe, do all that YouTube.